Ashe. Welcome back, beloved. Welcome back to your Shu Comedic Yoga Instructional Flow with Ness. I hope you're having a beautiful week and a beautiful day. Today's day 3 of our strengthening sequence, and today we're going to be working on our L-sit. The muscle groups that the L-sit calls upon is our triceps, a little bit of our chest, our shoulders, our abdominals, and our lower lumbar spine, or our lower back for that matter. Today you will need a band or a yoga strap. For this sequence, if you have an elastic band, like a workout band, that's more preferable, or a yoga strap is completely fine. If you don't have either of those, grab yourself your belt. If you don't have a belt, use a rag, a dish rag or dishcloth, whatever you can get your hands on. That gives you a little bit more length from fist to fist or hand to hand position. Aside from our band, we'll need our 2 blocks and your mat and some space. Let's begin seated. You can begin in the middle, top, or the back of your mat, whichever is most comfortable for you. You can bring blocks here. It's going to enter into some breath work and some pranayama practices, just to sink into our vessel and our energy centers, and what we're feeling and how we're feeling. Slowly close your eyes. You can place your palms on top of each other. You can place your left palm on top of your right and receiving energy. Or you can come to a mudra with your index and thumb connecting at the tips of your fingers and thumb. If you're feeling a little heavy today and you want to release whatever energies that may be swimming through you at this moment, the mudra that I would suggest you taking starts with our thumb, then the tip of our index, then the tip of our ring finger, so our middle finger and pinky finger on both hands are going to be let loose and hanging out. Slowly start to wiggle your toes, maybe your big toe. Maybe use the tip of your mouth as a windshield wipe at the roof of your mouth. Allow your hands to fold in towards each other. You feel the heat generating from your palms. And if you have your eyes closed at this moment, slowly blink them back open. Take as many blinks as you can, as you want. Allow yourself to let you know when to open the eyes. I'm simply just a template. Inhale deeply through your nose one more time. Exhale just as deeply through your nose. From your easy seat, we're going to enter an easy seat twist. Place your right palm on your left knee. Left hand's going to rotate behind you. Look past your left shoulder. Maybe towards your left hand. Twisting the spine. Getting ready. Opening the spine, heating the spine. Exhale, come back to the center and just rotate to the opposite side. Press to your right palm. Look past your right shoulder towards your right hand. Wiggle your fingers a little bit. Give yourself a nice deep twist. Open up that chest cavity. Pull your right pec towards the back of your mat. Really towards the left side. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, raise your hands above your crown and just fall forward. Coming into an easy fold. You can tent your hands here or just let them lay down flat. Move your hips from side to side. Opening our back. Allow your chin to meet your chest just to relieve the nerves in the back of our head. Exhale, bend your arms back towards your ribs. Place your palms back onto your knees. This time, inhale, raise your hands above your crown. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Let your elbows connect, let them meet, let them marry as much as you are able to. And from here, enter that little forward fold again, as deep as you can. Maybe your elbows meet the earth. Come into this deep compression of the back of our head. Exhale. Pull your head back. Let your chin continue to get tucked. And when you align your head with your spine, when you come back to a relatively straight position, then you open your shoulders, or your elbows, sorry. Allow your hands to stay interlaced. Flip your palms to press towards Mother New. Opening up our shoulders now. Maybe lean from side to side to side to side. We're gonna enter that fold again. So interlace your hands, keep them interlaced. Lift the chest, lift the chest, lift the chest. Interlace your hands behind your head, close your elbow. Maybe this time instead of folding, we move from side to side, releasing our tension behind our scapula. If we sleep on the side of our body, which most of us tend to do, it's our natural disposition, take hold of the same shape that we came into the world when we sleep. So if we do sleep on the side, this may feel real good just to lean onto one side and let the opposite side relieve itself. Exhale, come back to center. Let your right elbow trace down towards your right thigh. Keep the left elbow close to your head. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lift the chest cavity up. Reach your palms towards the sky above you. Wow, what a great opener for your shoulders. Exhale, flip your palms down so you can look at the base. You can look at your palms and have the base of your knuckles press in towards your lap. From here, open up your arms, east and west, stretch them out wide. Really get into your scapula. Perfect. Cross your arms in front of each other. Maybe grab onto your scapula as best as you can, or your back body, and just, once again, we're just trying to open up that space in between each shoulder blade. So really trying to like pull each scapula away from each other. Open up and just take that bind differently. I did right on top, so I'm gonna do left on the bottom now. Nice little hug here. Feel your belly turning and twisting. Maybe you're leaving some gas right now. those arms once again. Reach east and reach west. Now take the right arm across your body and pull on to the right tricep with the left forearm, just releasing some shoulder tension that we may have in our right one. Look past your left eyesight or viewpoint, looking towards your right hand. Exhale, release the bind. Come to the opposite side. Left going across and look towards our right. Make a nice, almost massage in our shoulders and compression. Exhale, release. We're going to do the same thing. Adding on. Give yourself a cross right over to the left. Then we're pulling, right? Your arm doesn't have to be straight. It could even be bent here. Whatever works for you. Just try to get into that shoulder socket. Excellent. Don't release the bind. Give yourself a nice hug. Keep the bind. Just come to eagle arms here. So right on top of the left bicep, you're reaching up and away from the body. Press your seat down. Press your pelvic floor down. Raise your abdominal. Exhale, release, open. Go to the other side right away. Cross, looking towards our left palm. Next exhale, come to that little hug that we've been doing. It's always nice to give yourself a hug, right? Eagle arms in 3, 2, 1. Eagle arms. Left on top this time. Pulling away and pulling up. Press those seat down. Lovely. Release your eagle arms. Let your arm go east and west. This time grab onto the right tricep with the left hand. Just work on pulling that tricep and shoulder back. Exhale, release. Opposite side, opposite work. And release, hands down on your lap. Lovely. You can take some body rolls, some spine rolls if you want here. We're gonna grab our strap in a couple seconds. Take them opposite way. Perfect. Take your band. And we're just gonna do a couple rounds of like flossing. Open up the band, the yoga strap, as wide as it can, and just rotate through your arms. You can go one hand at a time. In L-sit, our shoulders are called upon a lot. So the concept and the theme that we've been revisiting in our strength sequencing is knowing or discerning when we ask our flexibility to come into play or when we ask our strength to come into play. This moment of discerning creates internal dialogue, which is inadvertently self-inventory. So take this inventory right now. See what you need and when you need it. This is pretty much to the gist of what we'll be using our strap for. So just really make sure you're opening up your shoulders. If you want to do some behind the back presses, go ahead. Keeping the tension in the band. I was like doing these before opening the sequence to L-sit just to get them warm and ready. Perfect. Move your strap to the side and enter bound angle pose. So feet connect, knees spill out wide. We're driving the edges, the outer edges of our feet into the ground. And we're just sinking nice and low. And this, beloved, this wiggle, try not to wiggle. Just keep still. Just be as still as possible. And eventually, your knees are going to drop open and open and open. Maybe you're right here today. With discipline and routines, we venture out to new beginnings and new heights. So from here, we're going to go to our bound angle pulses. So all it's really going to be, you're going to release your hands from your feet, and you're either tank your fingers here and just go 1, 2, or you're not. What you try not to do is pulse forward and then wing your legs down. Okay, keep your legs stagnant, keep them exactly where they are. And if you find that these pulses are a little too intense on the outer edges of your knees, walk your hands closer towards your groin, closer towards your feet, and don't go as deep. Just right here. Just nice little pulses. Okay? So I'm gonna go for 1. I'll 10 of these guys. Perfect. Sit up. Let your knees close. Just let your soles of your feet connect with the earth. Get ready, feel your hip flexors turn on from there. That was great. Your next exhale, drop back to your bound angle pose. Enter your space of comfortability. Wherever that feels or looks like to you. Honor that. Hands can crawl forward and we pulse. And we pulse. One more, and we hold the lower position. Reach, we reach, we reach. Exhale, come back up. And all these sequences that we've so far have taken, if you want to pause the video and repeat them to get yourself ready for your L-sit, go right ahead, honor that. Whatever movements that you need to take for your L-sit, honor that as well. Let's go to a wide-legged seated fold or position. So heels digging into the earth. What we're gonna do first is actually have our knees bent, okay? And this is gonna help us work onto our fold. And if you wanna incorporate a block here, go right ahead. What you can do here too, beloved, is take the space between your index and your thumb and put them behind your heels, okay? And that's gonna help you sink down a little bit lower. And if this is a little too far for you right here, what you can even do is just keep your hands right on top of your shins and work gradually, maybe towards your big toe, maybe towards your knuckle of the big toe, maybe to the sole of your feet, or maybe right here. So this is all I got today. This is all I got today, Ness. That's perfectly fine. Honor that. Heels rooted into the earth, toes pointing towards the sky above us. Move my block, I don't need that. And you're gonna feel your hips pull apart, your hip sockets pull back, your spine get long, and your lower back get long and lengthen towards the earth. That's great. From there, try to straighten out your legs to your best capability. This might be hard. Press into the soles of your feet to glue the backs of your thighs down to the ground. If they don't make it to the floor, keep them as bent as possible, or to the point where when you're bending them, you feel like your legs are straight, and that's perfectly fine, because straight's all relative, right? And we're gonna enter a forward fold here on our Y position. Exhale, bend your knees back again. And see how much you can pull yourself in further with these bent positions. Lovely. Walk your right hand back and your left hand back. Come into a little bit of a twist. Right hand's gonna go to the outside of our left thigh. And to yourself a nice twist. Don't pull on that left knee too much. Maybe pull onto the thigh. Exhale, come back to center, rotate to the opposite side. center, keeping our feet active. Dig back into the heels. You can bend your thighs, bend your knees. I'm just gonna turn a little bit more so my feet can grip. And you could already feel the hip flexors turn on as you start bending your knees. No, I can't. And reach in towards the middle. And nice and deep, you wanna sink into this position here. If you wanna pull your knees toward each other, go right ahead. If you wanna pull them apart, whatever floats your boat, just make sure your heels are digging into the earth. From here, try to slide your right foot long. Try to slide your left foot long. Whoa. Feel the space that we are creating, that we are working on. Try not to pulse, try not to bounce, try to stay still here. If it's not as flat and straight as you want it to be, you'll get there eventually. Exhale, bend your knees as much as you want. Straighten them back out, come to your twist for our round 2. Exhale, back to front, just rotate. Bend your knees again. You can bring your hands underneath your kneecaps. How about you bend even more? If you want to pull your legs apart even more, go ahead. Reach forward, crawl, we're walking. We're using our fingertips to pull us forward. Maybe here for this round, we stay with our knees bent. How's that sound? Put our collarbone forward. Try to press your glutes into the earth even more on every exhale. So release, flatten out your palms, straighten out both legs to the best capability. Into your forward fold once again. If your hamstrings are turned on right now, give yourself a little slight bend. Honor that. Honor the sensations that you're feeling in your body. Lovely. Give yourself a nice twist. Both sides. Bring your feet, your toes together on your mat. Lovely. Enter a few rounds in the Asana variations actually. So you can bring your blocks here. Bring your blocks to the outside of your bum or your seat. And what you want to have at first is to have your big toes connected to the ground, right? So there's gonna be 3 levels, like we did in the squat. There was the low, medium, and high. For now it's gonna be a low, medium, high, again, the same concept. It's gonna be for our toes. So our toes are gonna start on the ground, then go to the medium position, and then the highest position. And then we're gonna do a few different variations of these different levels. Each time I break them down, so don't worry about it. But for right now, you can use your blocks. You can even put your hands behind you like this. Help brace yourselves. Whatever you need to do it, okay? Big toes connect to the ground. From here, we're gonna enter a middle position and then the highest position. Now your legs don't have to get straight, but whatever is highest for you, try to get to there, okay? And we're gonna repeat that. We're gonna repeat that cycle for 5 total rounds, okay? A little heat burning, right? Here we go. Big toes connect. And the more you engage your inner thighs to pull your thighs together, the more you're gonna feel your hip flexors and your groin work. So take it or leave it. Middle, highest, down to the ground, highest. You can move your hands if you want. It's 3. Try to pull your thighs in every single time a little closer. It's 4. That's 5. I think we can do 8, right? I think we do 8. 6. 7. I'll just do 10. 8. 9. 10. Come to a cross-legged seat. You can come to a fold. We're gonna go into the other round. So the other round's gonna start in the middle. And then we're gonna go to highest, then the lowest, okay? So we're gonna go mid, high, low. Mid, high, and low, okay? Once again, grab onto your blocks if you need them. So feet begin in the middle position. I have to plant my fingertips right here. High, low, right? Middle, high, low. Middle, high, low. Middle, high, low. If you lose your balance, don't worry. I did too. Three, two, one. Whoa, that was a cooker. And last but not least, we have the highest to the lowest, back to the middle. Highest to the lowest, back to the middle. Highest to the lowest, back to middle. Sinking with our breath. The time of effort and the time of ease. Let's go. Once again, hands planted behind you. For some leverage is A-okay. Some hands planted to the side of you. For some leverage is A-okay. Even one of these guys here, holding onto our hamstrings, is A-okay, okay? Just try not to lean back. As the further you lean back, more where you're calling on our back and our lower back to essentially keep us strong, to keep us up, when we really should be calling on our abdominal wall. So high, low, medium. High, low, medium. High, low, medium. Two more. Last one. Low, medium. Great work. You come to a cross. You remove your blocks to the top of your mat. However which way, enter your vinyasa. Roll through your feet. Go through a pickup. Now you're at the top of your plank. You can take your push up here. Enter your chaturanga. Do your upward dog, release through the core and the tops of our thighs. Whoa, this feels good. Enter your pyramid posture. Come back to your seat. Now, we're gonna do that one more time, not the whole thing. We're gonna use the same concept with high, medium, low to get into our vinyasa and back to our seat, okay? So we're gonna start from high, medium, then low, and then roll into our vinyasa, then right back to where we started. Get a little funky, a little playful with it now. So hands plant behind or to the side or on your blocks or behind your hamstrings, okay? So we go high, go high, medium, low, roll through your ankles, take your vinyasa, take your push-up or leave it. And then be back on your bum. You got 2 more rounds of that. So you can turn it up a little bit faster. Let's go low, medium, and high. So low, medium, and high, low, medium, high. Roll over, pick up, shoot back to your push-up, wajat, pyramid. One more last round of this variation. Make your way to your bum. Medium, high, and low. Medium, high, and low. Here we go. Medium, high, low. Pull your knees in, pull your thighs in. Medium, high, low. Roll over. Step back Take your push up. Drop your knees. You can enter your wajat how much weight you can. Pyramid posture. Step through, jump through, crawl through, sit on your bum, reverse tabletop, plant your left foot, plant the right foot, move the blocks if they're in the way. Hands point toward the back of the mat and grip with the pinky and the big toe. Enter reverse tabletop. Pull your chest in, pull your abs, your core toward your chest. Exhale, let your bum down. So from here, we're gonna go to a forward fold to our Navasana lift ups. So you're gonna need your blocks here. So this was not that much of a cooker, but it's playing on our opposites because we're gonna be folding to lifting, okay? So lengthening or straighten both legs out to the front towards the top of your mat. Blocks are gonna be rooted to our sides. Glue your hamstrings, your bum down towards the ground. And from here, this is the first concept, your first stage into our L sits, but extending our legs and a rooted spine. So this is something that we actually visit quite often, which is our forward folds. And if plow pose is in your sequence, in your practice, this is something that is also familiar to you and most importantly to your body. So from here, we're gonna pull in through our core and our abdominals. We're pulling in, but we're also pulling back and lifting through the back body. That's gonna lengthen and strengthen everything all together like a sandwich. From here, we're gonna enter our forward fold. However deep it is today, that's exactly where we're gonna be. I'm gonna hold this for a little bit. Now your hands can be planted by your shins, by your thighs, wherever it lands. Lovely, cross your shins. Left in front of right, doesn't really matter. From here, the same concept of pulling in and drawing up. From here, now we're gonna engage through our shoulders, right? So our shoulders aren't gonna crunch, because if they crunch, then it's gonna be tight against our neck and the back of our heart. We wanna press. Rather than crunch, we're pressing, okay? Grab your blocks. You're rounding, yes, but from your round, try to press your energy and because when we start rounding, our core starts to engage, right? And from our core engaging, we have the ability to send it to our back body by pressing our bum down towards the earth. And that's gonna lengthen our back body, and that's gonna help us send the energy back from our core to our back body, okay? So we're lifting up, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your feet, re-extend your legs. Try to remember the cross that you just took. Inhale deeply, exhale and fold in. Release. Switch your cross. Lift. And drop. Well done. That was a little bit longer. I don't know if you noticed. Extend the right and left leg long. Of course you noticed. Inhale deeply. Hands raised above us. Exhale, we're folded forward. Try to get into those hip sockets. Switch that cross. This is our second last round. Engage to the core and we lift. Drop the feet. Drop your bum. 4. Maybe you want to bend your knees here and then work on that fold. Or keep it traditional. Sorry, my floor keeps creaking right now. So swing yourselves back up. Take your cross, however which way you like. Round your shoulders, get into the core. Send your hips back, shift your weight back. And we drop. Last but not least, numerical 5. Number 5. Drop down. The next variation that we're gonna take is one of my favorite variations for L-sits that really helped me in my journey. Exhale, release into your lift up for the last round. You take a cross or challenge yourself with your heels on the ground. And you pick one foot up. And you pick one foot up. Now we're fast tracking. Drop your bum down. Lovely. Move the blocks or use the blocks to enter vinyasa. Into your push up or leave it. Drop your knees or drop your elbows. Exhale. Back to your pyramid pose. Honestly, beloved, spread your feet out as wide as you can as the mat goes, the width. So your pinkies are chilling off of the mat. You just wag your tail a little bit, releasing any tension we may have in our lower back. Look, big toes connect, look forward, make your way towards the top of the mat. Stub my toe there. Not too bad though. Lovely, great work. From here, we go to single leg lifts. These are definitely one of my favorites to do to prep for an L-sit. And if you want, here, you can bring the blocks to our bums and use our palms as a way to lift us up and work on that L-sit like here. Or just keep the blocks by the side or beside you and just work on your L-sit through your strict core engagement. Excuse me. And that's raising one foot at a time, raising another foot at a time. So let's do the first variation on our bums. Hands on our laps or by the side. Dig the heels into the ground like we did before. Maybe try to spread all 5, 10 toes. One foot and the other. This is 2. 3, try not to lean back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See if you can go higher. Last one. 10. Lovely. 4 more rounds. This time, we're gonna cross our legs. Enter your Navasana lift up. However which way you want. Drop it back down. Same thing. Or pick your bum up off the ground by pressing through your arms and triceps. Right, left. Another one of my favorites, trying to pull your bum back every single time. You'll notice like your feet are walking towards you. Don't worry, you're doing it. Keep going. Keep walking the back. Keep walking the back. Keep walking the back and drop your bum down. That's a cooker. Cross your feet. Lift up. Drop your feet down. Sit back down. Now, if you try both variations and you want a more passive variation, keep your bum down. If you want a more active, keep your bum up. All right? I might go 1 and 1. Who am I kidding? Bum down. 1, 1. Nice and easy wins the race, right? Keep it super simple. Try not to use your knees to flick it up. Use your groin to pick it up. Let your groin be the source. Let your big toe be the driving source. Last one, let's do this. Pick it up. Lovely. Feet down. Let's enter the lifted variation if you want. With me. 3, 2, 1. Left. See how they're walking in. Let them take their time. Use your core. Send your weight back. Lovely. Drop your bum. Give yourself a nice cross. This is round 4. And we lift. Feet down, bum down. Last but not least, you can do passive or a little bit more active. Feel me? Hands down. And you're like, every time you lift your feet up, when you're in the more active variation, you're gonna notice that it's like pulling your heel back. When you get that sensation, beloved, shift. We're talking about the shifting away from the core to the back. This is exactly what we mean. Get that weight into the tricep. Use those triceps to press off the blocks or the earth. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Up. Left, right. They're already walking in. I can see it. Good job. Use your hamstrings. Maybe start to pick them up. Drop them down. Enter your cross. See if you can use your cross as a way to shift you into your vinyasana flow. Take your push-up. Go to your wajat. Exit. Let's stay in this pyramid for a little bit before we enter our actual L-sit. When your shoulders are a little turned on right now, go right to child's pose. Find stillness. Find peace. Above all, be in your bliss. Look forward. Make your way to your bum. Walk your block back. It's now the same concept of shifting our weight from our core to our back is imperative when we talk about our L-sits. But what's also imperative is the same concept of digging our feet in towards the ground, because that's gonna help us activate through our hamstrings, and it's gonna be easier for us to work on our lift ups from essentially where most of our weight is at the moment, which is in our feet and our legs, okay? So digging our heels into the earth, we're gonna use blocks or not onto the sides, right? Our hamstrings are active, our quads are active, our feet and our legs are being pressed into the earth. Our back is long, our neck is traveling north, our spine traveling south. So once again, we have the opposites going, only for them to be a track in the middle, and that's where all of our power is residing. Our stomach, our core, is where the strength resides in. So we already have this pulling sensation happening in the back body, and we have this lifting sensation in the front body. Let's transfer that to the back body. Let's transfer the back body to meet the middle body, and let's keep that power right in the middle, which will be our spine, okay? Palms planted onto the earth or the block. And once again, you can come up with your heels still rooted in the earth. And if you want to challenge yourself, but still want to keep those heels on the earth, just work on that one lift up and keep it up a little bit longer. Same thing, okay? Or if you want to just come straight to a lift up with me, plant your palms, plant your bum. Make sure you have comfortable in alignment. And we raise. We drop down. And that is our L-sit. Our L-sit, something that calls upon, that's very active, that calls on a lot of our muscles, and it asks a lot for us. So this is a Asana or Sema Paut that takes time and frequency to repeat and starts to just get better at, like anything in life, right? Let's do that a couple more times so we do get better at it. Move your blocks or keep them where they're at. Sliding our bum and our hands in alignment. You can feel your quads already turning on. Feel your calves pressing into the earth. Feel your 10 toes activating. Lovely. And you can come up from the ground. Let me drop. Lovely. One more round. You going with blocks or without blocks? What are you feeling for? Now, so you have 2 more rounds. We're gonna do one more L sit and then use the L sit as a transition to our vinyasa. Don't worry, you got it. And our blocks are there if anything. Heels planted into the earth, toes going towards Mother Newt, hands planted in Father Gep. Father Gep is gonna give us all that power and strength to build and round and generate, to lift up. And we drop. Whoa. This time, let's grab your blocks. Going right to the transition. Align your blocks with your hips. So where your hips start to turn into your thighs and where your thighs start to turn into your hips. That's where I like to keep my blocks, and everything's different because all of our limbs are not proportioned the same thing. So find what's best for you, what's most comfortable for you, okay? Hands plant on the blocks. Enter your lift up. Bend, rotate through. Walk your blocks up. Take your push up. Take your wajette. From here, enter your plank pose, right? Bring your knee to meet your right elbow and just flip your dog over, hand on block. Let your bum connect with the ground, remove your hand from that block. And from here, we're just gonna lift into like a wild thing variation. Left, outer edge of the left foot's gonna hit with the ground. And just reach, open up through the front body, all that compression that we've been doing today. This feels awesome. Exhale, close it off and let your bum meet the ground, or just step right through to your plank pose. You can incorporate your blocks here, just be careful. And be careful, balance, right? Left foot, left knee meets with the left elbow, flip your dog. Outer edge of the right foot, sit on your bum, remove your hand from that block. And then you can enter a wild thing variation. I'm not gonna stay here for too long. Exhale, close it up. Meet me back onto your back, however which way you would like to do that. From here, lay your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Let the sole of the left foot connect with the earth. Give yourself a cross with the right shin. Pull that left knee into the chest, right shin into the chest, and give yourself a nice twist over to your right side. Great work today. You did it. You conquered it all. You're strong. In the face of adversity, you chose strength, durability, longevity, a little bit of flexibility too, malleability. Exhale, bring your knees back to the center. Uncross to recross in the opposite direction. Bring that left knee towards your chest, right knee towards your chest. Let's figure 4 pose and cross it over. Opposite look to the right side. Lovely, close her up. Plant, pull sole of the feet down towards the ground. Grab onto your ankles or interlace your hands underneath your bum or just in front. Enter just a slight bridge pose. This is just to ensure I'm not walking away with any tight compressions in the front body. Pull back on the hamstrings by pressing to the big toe. Exhale, release. You can bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a tight, loving, strong, energetic squeeze. Happy baby would be amazing right now if you want to enter there. Other than that, enter Asana. Thank you for joining me today in your strength building sequence with the Shoot family. Peace to the gods in the earth. Ankh Puja Sinep. Ashe.